Oh man. All right. So, good morning. Here we are. We got both Scooty boats on the trailer, and we are ready to go.
I'm gonna grab my
John came over yesterday. I had given him a call yesterday, and I had asked him if there was any way that he could take a look at the motor, because the motor was not even, like, the propeller wasn't going, and I don't, like, what I know about motors, you could fit in a thimble. So I asked him if he would stop over. He did, and it took him about 3 minutes to figure out what was wrong with it. He had it going, and so I was grateful, and he was on his way. So thank you, John. So Nance and I are taking Scooty, the original Scooty, and Scooty 2 out. We're going to be going to Lowthers Landing, and we're gonna explore that waterway. I've wanted to take Nancy there for a while, so she's here, so we're gonna do it. It's a nice day, so we will be reporting back. All right, so this is like, I mean, flooded. That is the bridge that I was on. It's completely underwater. Okay, this is crazy. Like, the ramp is not even anywhere to be found. It's like gone. The ramp's gone. Okay, the water level here is unbelievable. I can't believe how high it is. I mean, it is crazy high. I mean, you can't even see the bridge. Nance is out there, like she's out there on Scooty. I mean, there's not a lot of room for error, but she's out there. Okay, so we're gonna do this thing and see what happens. This should be interesting. I don't know what's gonna happen, but stay tuned. Okay, Nance is actually Scootying. I mean, she's sitting a little low. She's sitting a little low. But okay, here we are. Nance is Scootying. I'm Scootying. This is like freaking phenomenal. So glad I didn't sell the boat. I was just saying to Nance, I'm glad I didn't sell my boat, because this gives her the opportunity to get in waterways and for us to really, motor to places. And this is great. So she's getting used to driving it. Want her to get used to maneuvering a little bit, and get used to the speed, and then she's gonna do a little fishing. So Now the last time I was here, that was all beach. And there's that bridge. It's the bridge. It's like underwater. I just went right over top of it. So there's the chain. Remember I walked up to it and said no trespassing? I mean, it's all under completely. So it's pretty interesting. And this was the beach. That's where I kind of put in my little blue kayak over there. I mean, it's flooded. Big time. And we're just cruising around. Nancy's getting used to the creek boat. She's doing a great job. Really catching right on and really enjoying herself. Okay, so I'm kind of like at the end of that horseshoe. And I mean, from what I understand, this dumps out into the little PD. I could probably go further, but I'm not gonna. Nance is back there. I mean, I could probably get through there, but I don't want to get lost. It could happen. And then I'm like, I don't know where I am. So I'm gonna go back and kind of find Nancy because she is fishing. I just kind of wanted to see if there was like an end here, and it appears like there kind of is. It's, you know, it's not an end. It looks like it dumps into another waterway, but it's sure pretty. It's not really anybody back here, but I have to wonder if you can even get back here when it's low. I mean, you could see it's like, look how pretty it is. But this is like when you're at the boat launch there, this is going to the left. Going to the left brings you to like this narrow little space. I don't think a lot of people come back here because there are a lot of stumps. I mean, I didn't hit any, but there's a lot of stumps. So I imagine boats bottom out here, especially when it's low. I mean, it's flooded now, but when it's low, I imagine it's like pretty much impossible for some of the bigger motors to get back here. But it's super peaceful back here. I got to go find Nancy now. But I did want to see the very end and see what it looked like. But this is someplace I would definitely come back. This is, you know, a lot of wildlife, a lot of birds, a lot of turtles. I haven't seen any snakes or anything. Not that they're not here, I'm sure they are. But it's really nice. Some fish jumping. I don't think it's like fish time, so I don't think Nancy's gonna have a whole lot of success, but we'll see. are heading back in. We're gonna head over the bridge, which is hard to believe. I can't even believe that that bridge is underwater. I mean, we're actually going over it. Like, I could have easily gone under it the last time I was here, so it's freaking me out. But anyway, we're gonna go over it. We're gonna tie down the boats, and we're gonna get ready to head back. Okay, so we went to, what was it, Lowthers landing, and it was flooded.
Speed limit.
Yeah, and so on our way out, it was kind of a shit show there. There was a lot of people trying to get their boats out. There actually was quite a crowd.
License checked.
So then there was,
A man with a gun. I'm going to hell for that.
What do you call
the ranger?
Ranger.
Yes.
Stopped us and asked me if what did he say? Oh, I had a life jacket. He asked me if I had a whistle.
Yep.
And then he asked me if I had a flashlight. I mean, it's daylight. I mean, I guess it's a good idea. I think he was probably just looking out for me, because he was like, well, what if something happened and you got stuck somewhere? At least if you had a flashlight, you could signal someone, which I know. I mean, that's not a bad thing to do, actually. But anyway, then he went to Nancy and he asked for a fishing license and all that stuff. So anyway, we had to kind of show our stuff today. So,
All right, neat.
yeah. So it's like, that had never happened, since
The last time I got pulled over by a police officer and I had to show my ID, I ended up giving him my bank card. There's a story behind that.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was years ago.
And he said, lady, this is your bank card. And I was like, whoa!
So anyway, we had a good day. Apparently down at the end of that waterway is the PD. So, and he said you can get there easily when it's flooded, like it is right now, but it's not as easy if it's shallow. But with a creek boat, I imagine it wouldn't be that big of a deal. So anyway, we had a couple of, those guys at the dock where they're like, how are you going to store that thing when you get it back home? Like it's my first time storing a creek boat or something like that. And then, you're going to release the tension on that, right? Because you'll warp the boat. Like, it's my first time tying it down. I don't know. I guess I just look like I have no clue what I'm doing. But anyway, we had a good time, except for the mansplaining. And, but we did have a good time. And we're going out again tomorrow, but we haven't decided where we're going to go. So, anyway, we'll check in again tomorrow. Okay, so Nance and I were talking. We had an hour drive home, so we were talking, and I was like, yeah, flashlight. We're talking about the flashlight now, and I'm like, wait a minute. I have a flashlight. Like, I have this, like it's not a tackle box, but it's like a dry box, right? And I have a flashlight in there. I have one of those lights that go, suction cup onto the
front of the boat.
Front of the boat,
yeah.
That have like the red light in it. I'm like, completely forgot about this because of the guy that stopped us. But and then I have a first aid kit in there too. I'm like, I completely forgot about this. I'm like, why don't I have a flashlight? It seems like really odd that I would, me of all people, would not have a flashlight. So anyway, man, now I'm like, man, I wish I would have opened that thing. Because I would have told him, yeah, what do you need, a Band-Aid? You need a Band-Aid? Because I got a first aid kit too,
And I have a suction cup.
And I've got a suction cup. What else do I need, It's like, I mean, I had all that. I was just like completely brain dead today. I don't know. But anyway, I thought that was really funny.